Konnichiwa, all of you beautiful people out there. Today it is questions and answers 25. The show everybody and their family likes to sit down to at Wednesday mornings and listen to guitar-related topics, more or less. Anyway, let's get on with it. Let's go to the first question. This is by JH, and this was on one of the Q&As. He says, when it comes to actives, I've discovered recently that when I'm choosing to use actives, I want them to be the most active sounding pickups I can find to accentuate those characteristics. This is the EMG 81. Moreover, there is a tendency recently to make actives sound more passive, which in my opinion serves to defeat the point. I spent the last year with only actives in all of my guitars for science. This includes Blackouts, EMG 81, 85, 57, Jim Root, Damon, the dogs out there are going crazy. Damons or whatever he calls them, I don't know. For the passive active thing, I've started converting some of them back to passive and am calling the actives. Okay, he's the 57 and 81s will stick around. How do you feel about this topic? Thank you so much for the question. This is such a good topic. The thing is, I like actives because they're really hot. These babies are as hot passive pickups, but they're low noise, which is what I really like a lot. I've experimented a ton with hot passive pickups in the past because all my favorite guitar heroes, except for Joe Satriani, loved hot passive pickups, and I always had a problem with just how much noise came through with them. And they also, I don't want to be this old guy, but they do take a little bit of that characteristic of your playing out of it. They're so active that they just become like screaming all the time, which is not bad for hard rock and metal. But I don't know, I can definitely feel the difference between hot and medium pickups. But as of late, I really just like hot pickups. I like how hot these are. I like how noiseless they are. And when it comes to making active pickups more like passive pickups, I haven't really tried enough of them out. I don't even think I have tried any of them out. I may have, I can't remember. But yeah, I totally agree. It defeats the point. Like, I'm using actives because I want them to be really active. I want them to be just hot as all hell. And that's what I want out of these pickups. And when it comes to passive pickups, my favorite passive pickups are medium, which are medium output. If you look on the DiMarzio website, generally I like the PAF Pro as well as the DiMarzio Fred. I don't know if they sell those anymore, but they were fantastic because they had enough output to actually sound good, and they didn't have too much output, so they were quiet enough. And the Fred, in my opinion, was extremely good. It had so much clarity to it. It had so much nice tonal characteristics to it. Almost everything Joe Satriani makes when it comes to gear is good. And I see myself always gravitating to the stuff Joe uses. And yeah, the Fred is amazing for just passive pickups. And if I ever go back to passive, I'll probably use the Fred again. But yeah, active all the way for just blowing brains out, and medium passives if I'm gonna go that route too, and they're just awesome. Anyway, we got the next one by Texas Hill Country Custom Homes. And he says on the how I practice guitar, he says, yeah, I like this. I always seem to get stuck in a rut and my guitar skills never seem to progress. This helps to see what and how other people practice. This helps more than basic lessons online. Anyone can learn to play a song, but learning to improvise is something else entirely. Good topic, bro. And thank you so much for the comment. I totally agree. I think improvisation is the backbone of mastering an instrument. If you can improvise, you can create any song you want, you can join in on any song you want, you can basically play any song you want just by learning the theory behind it and being able to create something out of nothing. A lot of jazz guys did this they still do it. They still do it to this day. I think improvisation, in my opinion, it is the king of music, and that is my highest ambition, is just to become the best at improvising as possible, because that's where all of creation starts. It sounds a bit mythical, but that is what it is. This guitar is improvisation, and that is the key of creation, and I really like that. But in my opinion, I was stuck in a rut for freaking decades, and I had to hit rock bottom when it came to just playing guitar in general and say, this is not working. I need to just start from scratch. I need to see what works and make this work and build a system that works. And that's why I put out those videos there, because I don't think there's enough guitarists really talking about what works for practice. And I had to learn this the hard way. Just decades of being stuck in a rut, not getting anywhere, and just almost giving up on my dreams. But now those dreams have become more potent, and I want to achieve them even more. That is the juice of life. But anyway, next question. I don't know why I keep putting my phone up. Maybe it's because I want to gesture with two hands. I don't know. And this is by the Boss Otan. He says, and this is on my Marshall MG15 video, he says, they can sound decent, but the quality control is what you want to watch out with for these. I remember a music shop had 4 of these, and then when they came out and 3 of these got returned, the MG15, I can see where you're coming from. There's been many times I've played new Marshalls. I think the MG15 in that video was a newer Marshall, but I can definitely see the difference between the old and the new, and I've definitely seen and felt like the newer ones are a bit more hissier and fizzier, in my opinion, and the older ones kind of like, they're all solid state. They are what they are, but yeah, the newer ones are hissier and fizzier. And they just feel cheaper, but I can't really say how well it is, because I've never had one, like a newer one, bust on me, but they feel like they're more fragile, just from my interaction with the amp itself. But I feel like the older ones just stick around. They're like dinosaurs. They never, that's a bad example. Dinosaurs do die. They're basically oil now. But they just stick around forever, and they sound good, and they don't have too many problems. But the newer ones just feel a bit cheaper. But yeah, I can totally see where you're coming from with the newer Marshalls. But okay, let's see here. Okay, I lost my freaking way. Okay, that is all the questions and comments we've had for this week, and thank you so much for watching the video. If you want to see more videos, the more Q&As, check them out on the side here. Hopefully my hand is where they're supposed to be. If you like the video, leave me a comment down below, leave me a question for one of the next Q&As, and I will see you in the next questions and answers.